Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm on my main account today. This is my Seer, guys. As you can see, this Seer is built for the purpose of clearing out the waves and also helping out in the Doom Tower, but especially for clearing out the waves, for the fast clears, getting those end game farming times. So a minute something on the Fire Knight 25, under a minute on Dragon 25. And I think I don't use her. Yeah, I do use her in my Ash Golem team. I don't use her in my Spider team. Obviously, you guys know Seer. You know how good she is. But did you guys know that there's an actual calculator out there made by somebody? I'm not sure who finalized this version, but I found this out over on Reddit. This was posted like 2 months ago. But I was trying to see, okay, is there a calculator out there for calculating the damage that Seer can do? And this guy probably did it. Eclipse FEG. He said that other people helped him out as well. This is the calculator in action right here. We'll go through how this works. But the idea is you're gonna build your Seer with your best critical damage gear, your best savage gear if you do have savage or cruel sets. And in that way, your Seer is gonna be ready to take out the enemies. Seer doesn't only work through her gear though. She needs the buffs to work as best as possible. Obviously, because of her skill here, Karma Burn, she removes all buffs from allies and enemies to gather up and get that multiplier working to do the damage that she can against the enemies. Obviously, you're gonna build her out with the best masteries that you can. If you want, you always go for flawless execution, for excluding that RNG factor of Helm Smasher. But me personally, I go for War Master because I want that extra little bit of max HP damage. Now that on Dungeons 25 she's capped out, I'm using War Master for her in order to get that 4% max HP damage dealt on enemies plus the 10% that she's doing because that's a cap, right? And the masteries that she has are obvious for the purpose that she's trying to do. Like she's at 100% HP, she needs a ton more damage. She needs that Ruthless Ambush for that 8% damage dealt. She also needs Bring It Down and stuff like Methodical work. Plus Kill Streak right here works too. To add to what kind of damage Seer can do. So these are her masteries. Pretty simple, right? My gear here, which is not end game, I'm gonna say it's getting there. It's getting there. It's savage with no cruel. Okay, that's the bad thing. No cruel. So only savage. 100% crit, 275 crit damage, and 200 speed with 258 accuracy. For this to be end game, then in my view, she wouldn't need any help to take out the hardest wave possible against her with just Ghostborn there, which is the end game added champion to most teams because he does not get his defense down ignored. That's at least my view. I think you need about 300 something critical damage. But let's go and see this in action. Let's go and test out on what exactly do we need to get these waves down. This is the calculator. Let me move myself all the way here. There it is. There's my pretty face. Let me move myself like this. Boom. Okay, I'm now watching the calculator. So how does this work, guys? So obviously when you see the link here on the description of this video, no, I'll put it in the comments. Just go click file here and then make a copy. Do that first, okay? Then you need to see the which enemy waves are you gonna be fighting. It really depends on what you're trying to beat. So if it's something like the Doom Tower, then it's gonna be different kind of defense that you want to input in there. But there's some defenses here inputted already, and that's for different areas which people have difficulty with. So Dragon 20 is 4381. Dragon 24, 8,744 defense. And then we go Dragon 25. It's actually lower. I'm not sure why. Fire Knight 20, Wave 1, 3,700. Then we go Fire Knight 25, Wave 1, which is the one that people most have issues with their series. Building that Fire Knight 25, Wave 1, and Wave 2 teams. And the Wave 2 is usually easier for Seer. And the reason is because of this mastery. Right here, guys. All right, because of kill streak, she gains a 12% boost to the damage. It's a lot. 12% is not something to not consider when you're looking at this calculator. All right, so it's definitely going through the first wave that you have to have in mind on what kind of damage you need to be doing. So let me put in the 10,359 defense that the enemy wave is gonna have. I need 24 buffs for me to take out the enemy waves. Let's say I have a Battle Khazar in there as well. Look at that, it reduces to 19 buffs only, but I don't have Battle Khazar, so that 5 buffs that I needed would have given me 20% damage boost. Let's say, what else do I not have? Do I have Ruthless Ambush? Yes, I do have it. Do I have Weaken? No, I will not have Weaken. So I need 30 buffs to completely take out the waves. So let's go and see my setup for Fire Knight 20 as an example, guys. And I'll leave the link, as I said, to the calculator down below, so you can test out with your maximum gear available on what you can do to beat down the Fire Knight. So this is my team that I use for Fire Knight 25. It does this at the fastest with some kind of fast, some kind of lucky procs to everything, all the War Masters around. I can get like 1 minute and 5 seconds with this team right here. So let's see what gear they have all available. Let's go first off, I think, to Seer. And she's at 275. Okay, I need to change this a little bit. So 275, I might need a bit less of buffs. 29 buffs. Okay, so 15% critical damage is only 1 buff. So damn, I'll need a lot of critical damage. So is she in Savage plus Cruel? No, she's only in Savage. So yeah, I'll need 29 buffs. And the way that I get the buffs are, I'll explain to you here. So once I go in there, I have one of my heroes equipped with a shield set. Shield set immediately gives me 5 buffs available to all my champions. My Alert doesn't have a shield set, but she has a blood shield ring. When she attacks before Seer, she'll get 1 buff on her. So that's 1. All right. Let me see. Where's my Renegade? She's got the shield set plus the blood shield, so that's 6. So I'm at 7 buffs, right? Then I have my Ghostborn, who also has a blood shield, but he also has an immunity set on. So the immunity set on actually gives him 1 buff more. So I'm at 8 plus the blood shield, that's 9. And then he gives the AoE defense down to the enemies and also an increased attack buff to everybody. So that's another 5 buffs. So that's 14 buffs, right? We're at 14 buffs already with just a defense down available for us to beat them. And that's why my Seer doesn't take out the enemies. My buffs are not that many. I think with Royal Guard I have 15 after that. All right, so let's go and see how this run goes as an example of why my Seer cannot go through and melt everything there. So look at that. We have 1 buff already. Get some more buffs here. Definitely do not have everything there available for us. Boom, boom. And we finish off the wave like that. So if Seer had a little bit more, damage, she could definitely take out the wave. So now we have the Weaken down. We're going to get a reset on the defense down. There it is. There's Royal Guard. And now Seer needs to go in order for her to take out the wave. And that's how this team specifically works. Seer needs the boost from Royal Guard in order for me to take out the waves, because the waves have 10,000, 11,000 defense. And that's why I said my Seer is not endgame yet, because I would consider her to be endgame if she had so many stats on her that she wouldn't need the Royal Guard there to take out the waves. She would take them out by herself. If I used a Lydia here instead of Ghostborn, obviously I would get way more buffs. So not only would I get a defense down and a Weaken, I would also get 2 buffs instead of 1 buff on everybody, just because of Lydia. So that's 10 buffs plus everything from the blood shield set, and I would be doing this run way faster. But Lydia gets resisted regardless of the amount of accuracy that you have on her. So this is my Fire Knight team that I use. Okay, I'll keep these boots. Although they're rare, I'll still use them. And let me just show you an example. I think I have an example of Lydia here, which shows like a pretty like a better run. Let's go this run again, but without the Royal Guard doing his thing. So you guys see the lack of damage from the team here. So we have the defense down. So I'm not going to do my big AoE, which does max HP damage. Just going to do like the defense down. We only have now 2, 4. Then that's another 3. That's 7. Another 4, 11. That's 14 buffs available. That's not enough for Seer to take out the whole wave. Let's go. We are there at the 20% mark. I still need 20% more damage, which is not even 20, that's 25% on most of the enemies. So that's why you need stuff like this damage calculator, which I found very helpful, because this can actually help you in the earlier stages where you're not so much end game, such as me, so you don't have the best gear, but you still want to farm stages like Dragon 20, and you trying to get there in the fastest way as possible. Okay, let's say you just got your Seer, you're trying to get a speed farming team going. You can only get Seer to about 200 critical damage. You can get a defense down only, and you're trying to do Dragon 20, so 4381 on the defense. You only need 18 buffs to get this down. Okay, you won't have kill streak on because obviously that's you're trying to beat wave 1. So what you need is 18 buffs, and in order to get 18 buffs for Dragon 20, that's a defense down plus some solid buffers. And the greatest activators for Seer out there are champions that are available to everyone with just some effort put in there. So where is Archmage? Here is a great example of a Seer activator. So Archmage Helmut actually puts 3 buffs on each ally at the start of the turn. So you make him go faster than Seer. That's immediately 15 buffs available for Seer to just melt them. With 200% critical damage, she needs, how much did we say? 18 buffs? So you need 3 more buffs. Either the Blood Shield accessories, which you can get through CVC in all tiers. As long as you're in a clan that can get like a win here and there, you'll eventually get a Blood Shield ring. It's hard, it's RNG, but you'll get one. And even if you don't have this, like if you add something else that gives a buff here, so let's say you've got your Arbiter already, that's an easy increase attack buff in there as well. So that's another 5 buffs. You're over that point, so you're at how much? 4 buffs per person, so you're at 20 buffs, and you're way above that point of 18 required for clearing the Dragon 20 wave. So even if you're at a 180 critical damage, you need 19. I think it's gonna be 170. Okay, 170, you need the 20 buffs that I've just mentioned. So 170 critical damage is very easy to get. You can even get it with critical rate gloves. It's just you need like a critical damage amulet and stuff like that. So I hope you found this helpful, guys. I'll put down a link in the comments of this video for this calculator. You need to click on file, make a copy, so you have it in your own Google Sheets. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.